Join me as I dive into the mystery of what really happened to the Berlin Wall and see if I can uncover some hidden stories along the way. The Berlin Wall, a significant symbol of the Cold War, once stood as a powerful barrier between East and West Germany. For nearly 3 decades, it divided a city, a nation, and a people, becoming an enduring image of the era's tension and conflict. As we explore the story of the Berlin Wall, let's start with its construction in 1961. The Soviet-backed government of East Germany, led by Walter Ulbricht, was determined to stop the flow of its citizens to the west. With over 2.5 million East Germans fleeing to West Berlin between 1949 and 1961, the government saw the wall as a necessary measure to maintain control. On August 13, 1961, the government began constructing the wall using barbed wire, concrete, and guard towers to seal off West Berlin. The impact on families and communities was immediate and devastating. Overnight, neighborhoods were split and families were separated, their loved ones trapped on the other side. The wall effectively cut off West Berlin, a democratic enclave, from the rest of East Germany and the Soviet sector of occupied Berlin. This physical barrier was reinforced by the threat of violence and death for those attempting to cross. The construction of the wall was a clear response to the growing tensions between the Soviet Union and the Western powers. In the years leading up to its construction, East Germany had become a significant challenge for the Soviet Union, as thousands of its citizens fled to the West, showcasing the stark contrast between the communist East and the capitalist West. The desire for reunification grew stronger with each passing year, fueled by protests, dissident movements, and key figures like U.S. President Ronald Reagan. In 1987, Reagan's famous speech in West Berlin, where he urged Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev to tear down this wall, resonated with people on both sides. This call to action was part of a broader movement that questioned the legitimacy of the division. Protests and demonstrations became more frequent, particularly among East German citizens. The Monday demonstrations, which began in 1989, drew thousands of protesters in Leipzig, calling for reform and freedom. These events created a sense of momentum, a feeling that change was not only possible, but inevitable. As the world watched on November 9, 1989, the East German government announced that it would allow East Germans to travel to the West, effective immediately. Thousands gathered at the Berlin Wall, and border guards began to open the gates. The Berlin Wall was effectively breached, and people on both sides surged through, marking a moment of pure jubilation. The scenes of celebration that followed are etched in history. People hugged and kissed, cried and cheered as the physical and symbolic barrier that had divided them for so long began to crumble. The fall of the Berlin Wall was more than just the removal of a physical barrier. It was a powerful symbol of freedom and unity. The fall of the Berlin Wall marked a pivotal moment in modern history, symbolizing the end of the Cold War and the beginning of a new era of global politics. It showed that even the most seemingly insurmountable barriers could be overcome, inspiring movements for freedom and unity worldwide. If you've got any thoughts on the Berlin Wall or its legacy, drop them in the comments below. Check out my other videos on historical events, and let's keep exploring the stories that shape our world.